What's up, guys? How's it going? Just sitting here playing, about to play some Evil Dead. Cause it's a game I haven't really got a chance to play yet. Um, so I recently picked up a very interesting controller. This is it right here. It's made by PDP, and it's called the Rematch Spirit Red. And it's officially licensed by Xbox, which is really nice. It's not one of those literal off-brand controllers. It's literally endorsed by Xbox. It's got a load of features. Like this one is one of the more basic ones, but there's this one controller that I wanted to get that has RGB lights on the inside of it, and that one has a lot of different aspects that you can customize. This one does too, but because it doesn't have the RGB, that's the only part that's missing. And there's an app that you can download from the Microsoft Store to customize the controller. And here is the controller. I've been using it for a few days now. I have literally no complaints about this controller, except for the D-pad. The D-pad could be a little bit better, but other than that, it's something I can get used to. And instead of the Xbox button glowing like an actual Xbox controller would, they put the little light above the button, which I found that kind of weird. But maybe that was one of the limitations of making this controller for Xbox. But one thing that I've seen people complain about is the fact that this doesn't have like I guess like a guard, like kind of like the Power A controllers do. What kind of it has like this little recessed cave type thing for the plug. Me personally, I don't really care because I'm usually careful with my stuff anyway. I've had instances where I would get up to move and I would forget that it's plugged in, and yeah, the controller would hit the floor, but that was completely an accident. I would never try to break my stuff on purpose. So yeah, this doesn't really bother me too much. But yeah, overall, it's a really good controller, and this controller actually has a what you would consider a pro feature, and that is these little paddles on the back of them. You can actually map these paddles to whatever you want. I have this one mapped to left bumper, and this one mapped to right bumper. But that was just me testing it out. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to use those buttons for, but yeah, it does work. And like I said, you do everything through an application that you can download for free in the Microsoft Store. Matter of fact, I probably can show you. move this so I don't accidentally knock it over. And I'm gonna find it, and when I come back, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so here is the interface. So I guess any controller that you may have from PDP will show up here. And so when you click on a controller that you have, then you get all of these interesting settings. So this page right here is basically like a tutorial type page that shows you how to use everything. But if you come over here, you go to customize, and let's see. You go to audio, for example, and hit begin. If you have a mic connected to it, you can change various audio settings here, which is pretty cool. If we go to this one you can change like the analog sticks and everything, which is pretty cool. You can also change the triggers and choose the dead zone for them if you want. And then this is where you can change the vibration. So you can literally change the power of the vibration if you want. I'm not gonna do it because of where my controller is sitting right now. Might actually knock some stuff over. So you can turn it down, turn it up, or turn it off completely. And then you got the button mapping. So let's say for example you spend a lot of time on a Nintendo Switch, and then you come back to something like a PlayStation or the Xbox, and it's kind of like messing you up a little bit when you're playing the game. You can absolutely remap these to fit the Nintendo Switch controller, which is kind of cool. And then if you click down here where it says back of controller, this is where you can change the paddle buttons. So, for example, if you was playing like Call of Duty or something like that, you'll probably have one of these set as the reload button, which I believe on Xbox would be the X button. And so now, what happened? Okay, the thing disappeared for some reason. That was weird. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I must have accidentally cleared it by accident, but yeah, you would have that one be the X button, for example, and whatever you want the second paddle to be. Which, for example, I'm gonna just do the A button. And then once you're done mapping those out, you can pretty much close this out because it'll save your settings. So you can close this out, and then you can go about playing your game like you normally would. So it's a highly customizable controller. I like it a lot. I wanna get the RGB one, but I'm gonna get that one after I move, because I'm currently in the process of moving. So once I do that, I'm gonna order, because I think the one that I want, I think it's a an online only controller. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. So I have to order it, wait for it to come, and then test it out. Because at least the Walmart that's closest to me, they didn't have the one that I'm looking for, which I'll probably throw it up on screen somewhere so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, so far I'm really liking this controller. The main reason why I got this one though, fix this because it's getting tangled around my charger. The main reason why I got this though is because this controller, this is the official Xbox controller. The left stick has a really bad case of stick drift. So I might get a new one eventually, but until then, I'm gonna use this third-party one. And plus, if I get me a new Xbox, I wind up with a new one of these anyway. But yeah, so I'm not really in a rush to get a new controller, a new Xbox controller, an official Xbox controller. I mean, because you guys already know how much the official controllers cost. But yeah, that was the reason that prompted me to get this controller to begin with. Because if I'm playing something like Conan Exiles or something like that, the character would just slowly be walking by itself, and like, depending on what I'm doing, sometimes I just let it do it, and see how long it goes before it stops. And other times it could be frustrating, and yeah, and I'm not trying to deal with that. So because it makes harvesting stuff in certain games difficult, and if you're trying to be stealthy, it's gonna get you killed because it's you're gonna let go of the stick when you're in that perfect position, and then your character keeps going forward, then the enemies see you, and then you get killed. You know what I mean? So, for those particular games, I got this one now, and for a while, I was using this controller, which is my Switch Pro controller, but this one has its own set of problems. And what I mean by that is, like, if I try to use it wirelessly on the computer, it'll work for a while, and then it will all of a sudden disconnect. And then the battery could be completely fine, and it'll just randomly disconnect. It'll do the same thing wired as well. It doesn't do it as often when it's wired, when I got it plugged in directly to the computer, but yeah, it still had its fits. So I'm like, okay, I gotta do something so I can still play my games. So yeah, again, hence the reason why I got this nice little controller now. And this particular one, I think, costs like $35. Yeah, I think it costs like $35 after tax. So, not too bad of a price. It's not, at least it's not like $70, like a new game or a new controller. So, I don't really mind. As a result of this one being wired, though, it is a bit lighter, and you can definitely tell that if you was to hold this one in one hand and this one in the other, you could definitely tell the weight difference. But a lighter controller can sometimes be a good thing. So, and one other thing before I end the video, I was using this on Dolphin, and you know how the Xbox Series controllers have the trigger rumbles? Yeah, if you are going to have that feature enabled on the computer, if you're using this on the computer, I would like turn down the vibration a little bit, because I swear it sounds like something's grinding against the plastic. It's that bad, and it's like super loud. So when it comes to something like Dolphin, where you can actually literally assign the motors and stuff, I kind of turned off the trigger vibration, because yeah, yeah, it just sounded like something grinding against plastic. It's weird, but yeah, overall though, like I said, really good controller. All right, today is Saturday. It does have a microphone mute button on here. I forgot to mention that. Oh, it actually turns on. Oh, you have to double tap it for it to mute. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, if you're using this on the actual Xbox, it does have a headphone jack on it, and it has a microphone mute button, which I just recently found out you got to double tap to mute it. But yeah, other than that, if you need a new controller and you're kind of strapped for cash and you can't afford to get a brand spanking new official controller, like I said, this one is like $35 after tax, so it's not that expensive. It's not gonna break the bank. They do have some cheaper options too that are like I think they're like 25, if I remember correctly. So if you want like customized like one that you can customize, though, I would recommend this one. And this one comes in different colors. They even got one that glows in the dark, which is kind of cool. So PDP is quickly becoming one of my favorite Xbox controller brands, and the cool thing is as well is they also have some for like other platforms. Like they got some for the PlayStation. They got some for the Nintendo Switch and stuff. It's really cool. And yeah, that's about it. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm going to play this game. It's been patiently waiting for me to play it. I might stream some games today. I'm not sure. If I do stream, it might be on Twitch and it might be on YouTube. So if you're following me on both, um, just keep an eye out. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, and I'll put the link to this controller as well as the RGB one that I was looking at in the description if you guys want to get it. All right, later.